Have you ever felt like your career is on autopilot, doing well, but no longer excited? Or maybe you're craving a bigger challenge, but the idea of starting over feels overwhelming. Research shows that over 70% of professionals consider a career pivot at some point, but most either stay stuck or make reactive moves out of frustration. Let's make your pivot intentional. After helping hundreds of professionals navigate this exact challenge, I've come up with the 4P pivot framework, a proven system to transition strategically without financial risk or wasted time. Today, I'm walking you through it step by step, including what most people miss and regret. Why career pivots fail. Mistake number one, the passion trap. Many professionals assume they should follow their passion, but passion alone does not pay bills. I had a client who left finance to open a bakery because she loved baking so much, only to realize she hated the long hours and logistics. I helped her transition into corporate wellness programs where she could use her creativity but also have stability. The key question here is your hobby a viable career? Mistake number two, the blank slate myth. If you're making a career pivot, you are not starting from zero. A marketing director transitioning into HR already has negotiation, stakeholder management, and data analysis skills. They just need to reframe them for a new field. Pause the video and do this really quick exercise. List 3 skills from your current role that apply to your target industry or job function. Mistake number 3, the financial cliff. One client quit her job to freelance, but without savings. She took low-paying gigs out of panic. We worked on a 6-month runway plan. She landed her ideal role before these gigs went dry. A good rule of thumb, if you are looking to jump into any sort of entrepreneurship or gig work, make sure you have saved 3 to 6 months worth of expenses or secure part-time income before making that leap. Now, let's dive into the 4P pivot framework. P1, purpose. A pivot without purpose is just a panic move. Ask yourself, what drains me versus energizing me in my current role? Something like, I love mentoring, but I hate budget spreadsheets. Also ask yourself, what impact do I want to have? For example, I want to see direct results from my work. Let me share a quick case study. I worked with a tech project manager who realized she enjoyed coaching teams a lot more than she did with her development work. She pivoted to leadership and development and now trains executives. While she may not have had a particularly strong background in coaching or development, we were able to identify skills that she had been using throughout her career that really showed how she was a great fit for that type of role. Between the evidence and her confidence, she was able to overcome a lot of the concern that hiring managers had. P2, positioning. Your resume isn't just job titles. It is a toolkit of transferable skills. Examples of hard skills, data analysis, project management. Examples of some soft skills, conflict resolution or persuasive communication. Let's do a quick exercise. Rewrite your LinkedIn's About section to highlight skills, not necessarily chronology. If you're looking for more help on your LinkedIn, go to part 3 of my personal branding series that you can find here on my YouTube channel. I cover many topics that go into having a strong LinkedIn profile. P3, proof. Before you commit, try these low-risk experiments. You can do side projects like volunteering for an organization or nonprofit that focuses in your target field. You can take micro courses using things like Coursera or LinkedIn to test how you actually feel about the content of that type of job. Also, take advantage of shadowing if you can. Spend a day with someone in the role or have an informational interview where you can ask detailed questions. A great example is one of my clients thought that she wanted to work in nonprofits, but after volunteering with one, she realized that she actually wanted to be in an environment more like a corporate sustainability or responsibility type role. I'm so glad that she decided to do that volunteer work because it allowed her to get that insight before putting all of the time and effort into an extensive job search. You want to focus on finding proof that this really is a good fit for you in your career. If you want additional ways to try to figure this out, go to the description of this video to access my completely free career transition self-assessment. This will help you understand whether or not this is a good move for you, and also you can explore other options or opportunities. P4, pace. There are 2 ways to pivot. Choose wisely. First is what I like to call the glide. Keep your job while upskilling, networking, and doing the research, finding proof. Or you can take the leap, save up, and transition full time. This is best if you have already tested the field, done the networking, and understand what you're getting into. A client of mine who worked in healthcare used the glide method. What that looked like for her is that she earned a certification while she was still working. Then she moved into health tech consulting. It's important to really understand where you are in your current career and really what you can afford to do. If you don't have the savings to sustain yourself and see if the leap works, I would highly recommend considering the glide method. If you're confident in your skills, your abilities, and you have the savings, consider the leap. When I left my job at Uber to start my own company, I took the leap. I quit that job and I said, I'm all in. For me, that was the right decision, but that's not for everybody. No matter which path you choose, there is no right or wrong. It's really about what works for you. While I can provide you the framework of the 4Ps, I understand that these are not easy things to figure out on your own. See the link in this video description if you want to set up a complimentary consultation where we can talk about your background and come up with a really strategic plan that works for you. So now you know you want to make a career pivot, you've decided between the glide or the leap. Let's talk about pro tips about how to stand out in the current competitive job market. Within the past 6 months, one thing I've really pushed with clients and seen to be very successful is leveraging the bridge role strategy. What this means is you don't have to go straight to your dream job. Take that pressure away. A client of mine moved from sales to UX design by first becoming a sales trainer at a tech company. Then she was able to learn and transition internally. You may have to find a role that acts as a stepping stone between where you are and where you'd like to go. Think back to the idea of gliding into that next role. Or you might make a leap, but you have a transition period. Another big concern for people who are making career pivots is how to reflect that on their resume. While your experience may not directly align with the role you're going into, what can relate are transferable skills. On your resume, make sure you are highlighting all of the transferable skills that make you a strong candidate for the field you want to go into. You also don't want to get too caught up on what the resume looks like. Make sure you're putting forth all of the pertinent information, but have some trust that recruiters or hiring managers are going to see the value in you. Don't leave key things out or make up anything on your resume that is not true. It's all about how you present the information that will make the difference. So if you're thinking, this all makes sense, but I need help customizing it, that's exactly what I do. Here's how we can work together. First, check out the links in the video description for some of those free resources I mentioned. You can also set up a complimentary consultation where we can talk more about your specific situation. To make sure that you're not missing out on videos with topics like this and other beneficial things in your career, subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on notifications. Comment below, which P do you need the most help with? Purpose, positioning, proof, or pace? I'll reply with a tip. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.